Now, the vetting of Cabinet Secretary nominees has been completed by the vetting committee chaired by Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula. The worth declared by every nominee, however, a sharp contrast of a typical hustler's worth. According to the declarations made by the nominees, their total worth stands at 15.26 billion shillings. NTV's Melita Oletenges now reports on the events of the last day of the vetting exercise.
Led by our clerk.
Simon Chelugui, the last man standing in President Uhuru Kenyatta's cabinet retained by President William Ruto, faced the vetting committee today. He has been fronted to head the Ministry of Cooperatives, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development.
One person will always survive. Noah survived the flood to tell the story.
Thank you, Chair.
With a net worth of 993 million shillings, he is the third wealthiest in the proposed cabinet after Musalia Mudavadi and Mithika Linturi.
How will you ensure that these SMEs can come back to their feet without adding more bottlenecks of telling them to go into groups?
We will establish an Hustler Fund through the BFM Act, and the ministry will originate the documents, the operations, the guidelines, and share with the relevant House committee and eventually table before this House.
I, Salim Mvurya Mgala Mvurya.
Former Kwale Governor Salim Mvurya, the CS nominee for Mining, Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, was next, committing to explore untapped resources in the country and kick out cartels in the mining sector.
We will immediately digitize that process so that those who want to apply for licenses do not have to run around looking for people in hotels for breakfast meeting or whatever. They can do it at a click of a button.
Payment of those benefits.
Labour and Social Protection Cabinet Secretary nominee Florence Bore was put to task on how she would tackle cases of child labour.
Identify those areas where we have child labour being practiced. If it is in the sand harvesting areas, we ensure that our officers go there and ensure that these children go to school. We'll also work with the Ministry of Interior and the county governments to ensure that that problem is eradicated.
I, Mercy Keiro Wanjao, do hereby swear.
The wealthiest woman nominated to cabinet with a worth of 475 million shillings, Mercy Wanjao, was the last to be interviewed. She has been nominated as secretary to the cabinet.
This is a very critical office because it sits to support the progression of government business, meaning it sits to execute the different policy agendas that would enable achieve the economic transformation agenda going forward.
The vetting committee will now retreat to deliberate on the performance and integrity of each of the cabinet nominees before giving a report of approval or dismissal by the end of next week. Melita Oletenges, NTV.